It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1552, recorded on Sunday, January 3rd, 2016. Eggs-ercise. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have a way to get you scrambled to jam out on your wrist and in your room with crazy lights. All next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
I hope you are prepared for the first and best show of 2016. The best show of the year. We just did our worst show of last year. But hey, you know, we're back. The very first best show. Those are dad jokes for you. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm doing good.
What did you do New Year's Eve? We recorded early New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Some 70 or 80 people joined us for that. That was super.
You know, I just hung out at home.
Hung out at home. Okay.
I had a very chill New Year's Eve. Just hung out. Just looked at the internet. Just hung out. You know.
Did you watch the ball drop in 42nd Street?
I did. I watched, and then I also watched highlights of past New Year's that anchors, you know, flubbed or did bloopers on. That wasn't live, but that was also very fun.
Great.
Yeah. So I watched the New Year's in every time zone, just hanging out and chilling at home.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
What'd you do?
Same thing as you. We were going to go to Central Park to watch the fireworks. And then Dennis said, oh, you know what? I love to see the ball drop. And I said, well, they start the fireworks at 5 after 12. We could see the ball. We could run like up to the corner and we can see the higher fireworks right from the street. So that's what we did. We watched the ball drop. And they just do an amazing job.
Yeah.
With, I mean, 1 million people. They said that the crowd ended at 54th Street. So that's 42nd, 50, 12 blocks, just wall-to-wall people. So it's pretty
unbelievable.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Yeah. I mean, they and the show is like none other. So it's really, really fun. And you're part of the experience.
Absolutely.
Gosh,
absolutely.
Very cool. Yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah, very, very, very cool.
The only problem is a friend of mine went when I was a kid. I went every year. But now they put people in pens. Each block is like a pen, so that the side streets can be. In the old days, there were just people. You couldn't go anywhere. If you had a heart attack, you would be standing dead until 12:30.
Because everyone was next to you.
Yes,
you just
exactly.
keel over, but you wouldn't quite fall because there was people holding you up.
But now there's room for an ambulance to go by. But a friend of mine, Lindy, her cousin came from upstate and said, I have to go. So they got there at 4 p.m. And once you're in the pen, if you leave forever. So you better have a good bladder because you're there from 4 p.m. until about 12:30.
Wow! And then what is the traffic to get out of there? I can't. What? What is
you just
the mob?
You just say to the when it ends.
Yeah.
You know,
millions of people just dispersing.
My guess is that they probably start at the end and do it block by block, because in the newspaper it says that 42nd Street, all the subway stops, the trains will bypass 42nd Street once 42nd Street is full of people.
Right.
They will not let anybody off the train. Then when the crowd gets down to 50th Street, they'll close the 50th Street stops so no one can get on or off the trains. I would say that if you go, you probably better plan on a good hour to hour and a half to get out of there.
Jeez. Wow. Oh, my gosh.
That's kind of amazing.
And then, you know what? Right now, when this show publishes, it is the biggest tech event of the year, CES, we're actually recording this show a little bit early because you're going to be there.
I'm going out Tuesday. I have a flight at 8 a.m. Tuesday morning, so tomorrow I have to run up to Med and do some things, and then out to CES and try to find the unique stuff. People in the chat room keep saying, "What are you looking for?" Well, not Bluetooth speakers, not
cell phone
external
cases
batteries,
or
no,
cell. Yeah, exactly.
And I keep telling people I need wow things, and this person wrote me an email back and said, "I have a wow fire detector that has a 10-year battery. I already have a smoke detector that has it." And
Yeah.
what is? And another woman said, "I have an incredible demo. You could be in Finland and turn your lamp on in the bedroom." Oh, like we've been doing for the past 8 years.
Exactly. I have an incredible demo for you. I could be in Finland and completely control my computer from a tablet.
Whoa!
That existed years ago. Yeah.
No, I know.
Oh, my gosh.
That's part of the problem is that, I've said this before, but PR people really should survey the marketplace. I'm so tired of getting emails that say, "This is the world." I got one. "This is the world's first Bluetooth lock." I've showed 5 Bluetooth locks.
Yeah, exactly.
In the past 4 years.
I know. And you just want to look up in the face and be like, I don't want to be rude, but you're wrong. Yeah. It's like
I just say, "Oh, that's good."
Just like the other one I saw. Yeah. You don't want to be rude, but there's not much you could do, and they're just plain wrong. Yeah. Well,
All right,
we got some gadgets, so let's jump in.
We got some gadgets. Well, in case you haven't noticed, one of the gadgets is operating over my shoulder.
It's like a disco behind you.
Whoa! We love LEDs, and when I saw this on Amazon, I'll just give you the name of it. We know how Amazon loves their titles, okay?
Gosh, yes.
So we're going to show my video, but first I'll tell you the video is about the Super Night 16.4 5 meter waterproof flexible 300 LED color changing RGB SMD 50/50 light strip kits with 24 key remote and 12-volt power supply.
Those titles, you think they're just a tag cloud of search results that they hope someone will search for.
Yes, exactly.
So I guess let's check out the video.
Dick DiBartolo, Mad's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz one-take theater here at gizwiz.tv. So I was going to do a video for things in 2015 that really didn't work, okay? And I'm going to show you what I mean. Here are LED lights. Ta-da! So it's Super Night LED. This is the remote for them. All right, so now I press white, blue, green, and red. Okay, so this is what's, if you know gadgets, you know this thing happens all the time. The red never worked. I installed them in the backyard for the trains, and I thought I had tested them, and then once they were installed, I hit white, fine, red, green, fine, blue, fine, red, dead. So I took them out and I said, well, I'm going to make a video about these and that the red doesn't work. So we roll the camera and the red works. So I'm going to tell you what's good about these and what's bad about them anyway. Okay, so they're called Super Night LED. And they're 4 basic colors that I just showed you. The white, and is it going to go? It's not going back to white. So this is one of the problems with these guys, is they're not that reliable. Okay, there we go. White, blue, green. Now they're working again. Red, and you can do variations on them. Like this is yellow, kind of yellowy. It's a different color. This is orange, sort of orangey. Purple it can't do. Oh, I guess it can. It sort of
Remember the unreliable
does what
part.
it wants.
Yes.
What's neat about them is you get 16 feet 4 inches of these. and they have 3M tape on the back. So the object here is for you not to see the LEDs, but to put them like inside a cabinet so you'll get a great glow on your components, or around trim where they're behind. I was going to have them behind the track so that there would be a glow behind the train. Okay, here's what you get. So you get a spool of LEDs, and then you get a power supply, which is this here. Then you get the little converter box, because I think they actually run on 12 volts. And then if you do install them, be careful about this wire, okay? This wire is what let me do green here. This little wire coming out of the box is what the remote has to see in order to do things. So if you install these in the cabinet or something, make sure this faces the front of the cabinet so it can get the signals from this. There's one other problem, and let me just see if I can get it to do it again in here, is, of course, now it's not going to do it. Oh, there, it just did it. Okay, you see they went out.
The TV remote.
That was not the remote control for the lights. That was my TV remote control. And reading the reviews, some people are upset because they totally installed them in their media cabinet, and they go to use their remote control, and the remote control shuts them off or turns them on when they don't want that to happen. So beware of that also. Now, one other thing you should know. They make two different versions. You definitely want the waterproof version, and this is why. The waterproof version has a very heavy plastic coating over the entire strip, which is great. And I've not seen the non-waterproof version, but from the reviews, people are saying, what are they kidding? All these little wires are out. Every time you go to move something, you break a wire. So you want the waterproof version, which is like $2 more than the regular version. Price-wise, pay what you want. Okay, let me just show you something here over on Amazon. Okay, these are the ones I have are Super Night. So these are Super Night, 16.4 feet, $14. Super Night, 16.4 feet, $24. So I noticed that some of them have a more deluxe remote control. I have the 24 key remote control. I see them on there with a it looks like a 44 key remote control for $16. To tell you the truth, I'm probably going to buy them. Okay, that's the thing. They're very inexpensive, so they're great. They look super. They are, a lot of people, the reviews are just all over the place. They go from awesome to what a piece of crap. Some people complain that the sticky 3M stuff on the back, they start falling off whatever they installed them on. So I just thought you should be aware of these guys. So that's it. Dickie Bartolo, Mad's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. You going to write up red again? And it did. Bye.
Man, those look so cool. And I'm glad you kind of did some experiments to figure out what was good.
Yes,
and what was bad
and you know, I'll tell you something else. It's so funny, Chad. I'm wearing right now the same hoodie that I had on in the video. I told for 1 minute, and the view is pretty much the same because Dennis stands where I'm sitting now and shoots exactly what you're seeing, what that strip is. And in the video, I'm saying, oh my God, the strip totally fell off the wall because it's not there, forgetting I'm watching the video. Well, this is something else that I learned. It is very confusing. I did buy that $16 set. And then when I got it, I'm saying, why is this in such a light box when my other set was in a heavy box? Turns out the $16 set doesn't come with a power supply.
What?
I know. So it is so confusing.
Is it just an extension?
No, I guess it could be. But fortunately, even though if you go to, can you go to Amazon, that link for a minute? You'll see there are dozens. Is there?
There's a whole bunch of
Oh,
different.
yes, there are all the
SKUs.
things. There are all the SKUs. Some of them are waterproof. Some of them have. That's the one you want. Stay on that one. That's the one I just bought for $22. This is waterproof. This I learned that the set I have called Red Red, Green, Blue, tries to make white. However, you can buy RGBW
that has the white
and
LED
has
in it.
white in it. Okay, and so that set has everything you want. It has the deluxe remote control, which does a lot more things. It's the one that you're seeing running behind me. It has the power supply. It is waterproof. But I mean, years ago, Chad, 15 years ago, this would have been $500.
Yeah.
To have this many LEDs that could change colors and chase and fade.
Now this one's RGBWW. Does it have two white?
You know what? My guess is that my guess is that my interpretation was that it said meant with white.
Yeah.
Because I have that set, but I noticed the one that just says W is exactly the same as my set, which is listed as WW.
Yeah. And then they have a music version too.
Yes, with a microphone.
Yeah.
Yes, that I didn't get. And
yeah.
also you want the 50/50 LEDs because there's a secondary set that it's like 32 something that are dimmer. And they mostly all come from the same company.
Yeah, the Super Night company.
Yeah, Super Night. Yeah. But the thing is that remote control thing could be a deal killer if you are using this for your TV cabinet or something.
Yeah, depending on where the installation of this goes, that could definitely be a deal breaker.
Yeah, in my front apartment, in my back apartment where I had them just on the table while I was playing with them, that remote control let them change colors. So it's just a crapshoot as to what your remote control will do. But if it does anything, you might be concerned. I mean, I really felt sorry for the person who totally installed them, sat down, clicked on their TV, and the lights went off because, he didn't realize that the remote control was on the same frequency.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that at TWiT we had LEDs that we could put on an actual wired dimmer, that we had an actual dimmer pack that was not wireless. I have no clue where you would even begin to look to see if you could figure out how to install that or if it's compatible.
Oh, well, these are dimmable.
Right, but like that actual box, we had a breakout box basically that plugged in between. Who knows? I wouldn't know where to begin to see compatibility on that. But yeah.
But kids would love. If a kid wanted this, that they look great, don't they?
They do. They really do.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, I had to put some clamps on them because they were already falling off. Even though it's 3M adhesive, possibly they've been sitting in a warehouse for I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, if you just want to play, the basic set is $16.
Yeah, that's a really easy introductory price.
Yeah, and you can
play around.
You can cut them at something like every 3 LEDs. So if you want a very short set, and then someone said, "Can I use the rest of the set?" And of course the guy was like a techie guy. He said, "Oh, it's easy. Just solder on some wires, get a new power supply, get a junction box." I don't think so. And also, they do end with a connector. So if I wanted to, I could probably use both sets on the one power supply that I have, which brings up one other point from the reviews is that all the color, all the shipments, the LEDs don't match exactly. So people who connected sets together
got two different colors.
two different blues. I mean, it might give you blue, but the second strip blue is not the same as the first strip
Yeah,
blue.
so fun for a hobby, maybe not perfect for a professional installation.
No,
Sounds like.
no. This is Giz Wiz worthy, not
Yes,
twit worthy.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Not home theater worthy.
No, not Scott.
Yeah.
Home theater geeks worthy.
No. That's great. Cool, let's move on.
Okay, let's see. Our second gadget is really neat. You seem
I'm
to love it.
excited about whatever.
Yeah, you had two egg gadgets.
Two egg gadgets.
One you loved.
And
What
then
was
I
the
still
one you
use
loved? Yeah, right. Okay, and the other was
the
a
Rolly.
disaster.
Is
The
horrible.
Rolly
It's horrible.
that made Frankfurter-shaped eggs that rose like
With,
from
like,
the dead.
a leather loop thing on top. It was horrible. It was just really bad. Yeah.
Right.
So
All right, well,
egg
this is
gadgets have a soft place in my heart.
Oh, okay. I think you may like this gadget, so let's watch.
Perfect.
Dick DiBartolo, Mads Madness, try to end the Giz Wiz one-take theater here at gizwiz.tv. You know, one of my favorite sandwiches, egg salad. But when you boil an egg, you have the white part, and then you have the yellow part, and then you have to take a fork and you have to mush it up, and mush it up good. What if there was an egg that was pre-mushed? Okay? Well, this is Dora Q. And what it lets you do is turn eggs back into chickens. Pretty amazing. Okay, no. So what it is a way to
We can finally
scramble
solve that
an
problem,
egg
that question.
in its shell. All right, we're going to show you. This is the little device here. And we have the little instruction manual here. Introduction, one hand holding the egg shaker body, one hand holding another ring, were reversed in the opposite direction to open the lid up and down in the middle of the body.
That makes
for real.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Check the appearance of the good eggs. Well, I'm a good egg. Confirm egg intact without any. Oh, it said no, don't use a cracked egg. You know, I can see right there that
Looks like an exercise
this
machine.
ring
It
has
does.
to turn to the open.
And it works like one.
All right, so that part's easy. Then all that thing about the clasp, the two hands, and one hand in the opposite direction down the middle, and click your heels. It just turns out you just do this. Okay. I don't know why I took two paragraphs. They just could have said, open it at the center. All right, so now we have to get a good egg. Is this a good egg, Dennis? Mm-hmm. This is a good egg. Okay, so we put, now there's not a lot about how to put the egg in here.
Where's the
Oh, you
paragraph
know
on
what?
that? Uh-oh.
Ooh, this is a problem already. This is already a bad problem because the egg,
Oh, no.
oh, this is, oh, you know what? We're going to break the egg. Let me see if this goes. You know, I'm
These
really
small
disappointed
eggs.
in this. All right, so we finally decided to push, and Dennis held the egg thing closed while I spun the yellow thing into the closed position. So the thing is, I hope we didn't crack the egg, but it looks like already don't use large size, or what did we buy, extra large? Let me just look over here. We bought jumbo eggs. Don't buy jumbo eggs. Okay, hold the rope around the handles with both arms. Arms rotate in same direction at the same time to move more than a dozen laps. Then pull out both hands. Instantly relax, pull again when pulled at the end. So make eggs body dumped in the middle of a different rotation.
What?
Okay. You know what? I think I know how to do it only because I think I had one of these when I was a kid. Do you remember like this? I think Dennis. You remember this,
Okay,
Dennis?
so you spin it up.
It was a toy.
It was like a toy.
Oh, okay. Let me go around this way. Okay, so we have to do a dozen rotations, I think. Okay. Okay, and
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. It is like a workout.
all right. So I'm
You can
spinning.
hear it,
Yeah. So it's
spinning.
also a good exercise.
Whoa.
What's that? Like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I'll do 14, 13, 14. All right. The egg should be, if the egg should be mixed or really dizzy. Okay. So now
Comes out and goes, whoa, what happened to me?
What
Okay.
happened to me?
do
I'm
that.
hungover.
Let's see if it's not broken. No, it looks. Oh, come on out. You know what? I think it did not break. And now, I'm nervous dropping it in water. Let me just do this.
It's gonna explode.
Dun, dun. Watch me set this on fire. And a spoon. And the spoon is. Okay.
Dennis the chef.
Yes.
I'm not a
Dude.
cook. Making eggs when I was a kid was easier. I would just say, hey, Ma, boil me an egg. All right, so I looked online. You boil an egg for 8 minutes if you want it hard-boiled. And I'm kind of hard-boiled now, pal. So we will talk for 8 minutes.
We know
All
I
right,
am.
we will do a fade, and we'll come back in 8 minutes. And what we should have is when we break the shell, have a completely yellow egg with no sign of white. Okay, so it's one take theater. So we broke the egg. Okay, the egg turned out to be cracked, and we didn't see it. And so in the pot, it just boiled around and cracked all over the place. So I thought, I wonder what it looks like inside. And we didn't go the full 8 minutes, I don't think, right? So, but you know what? This is hot, hot, hot. But you know, look it. Even though it cracked, it did make, ouch. You know what? I'm going to say it did it. All
It's
right? I'm going
scrambling.
to actually let this egg cool.
did.
Let me just get a little more off just so you can actually see that it did do what it said it would do. All right, it's a yellow. Okay, so the entire egg is yellow. And I'm going to actually cut through the egg. Okay? Pretty good. All right? So it did scramble the egg in the shell. I may not be having egg salad. I may be having a crunchy egg salad sandwich.
Looks
But,
weird.
okay, so the thing does work. They also say you can use it for scrambled eggs, but scrambling eggs is pretty easy. It's under $20, and I'm going to super at the bottom. They don't call it the Dora Q. It has a different name. I think the particular one I bought was $19.49, and it was Amazon Prime. And from memory, I think it was like 43 reviewers giving it 4 stars. So in general, people liked it and thought it worked. It was 4 out of 5 stars. And I would say it does work. That's it. Dickie Bartolo, Mads Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. And I am also Chef D. Bartolo, inventor of crispy egg salad. The shell, it's in there.
Shell included.
Yes.
I agree with the chat room. People keep saying weird. That is just a weird look to see a scrambled hard-boiled egg. It's just a yellow-colored egg without the white
Yes.
and the yellow separate. It's something is disconnected with what I think reality should be.
Okay. But you want to know
It
something?
worked.
I ate it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I peeled all the shell off. I put mayo, and I put in a tiny bit of relish into the mix, and I made an egg salad sandwich, and I actually ate it.
Oh, and it tastes
Now, it tasted fine. It tasted fine. It is a lot of work, but I was trying to see if it was available in other places, and I found a 2-minute video of a guy who will show you how to do this with 3 eggs and a piece of pipe. But he also says something in the video that explain what happened to our egg. So let's watch
okay.
this thing.
I'll be demonstrating a new method for scrambling eggs inside their shell. With this method, I can scramble 3 eggs at once, making the process much more practical. I created this specifically for the task, A short length of 2-inch pipe with a loop of string on either side, one of the two loops having a handle. 3 eggs are placed into a hand towel and rolled into a cylinder to protect them. The eggs are then pressed carefully into the tube. The string crossing through the center will keep them from coming out, on both sides. To scramble the eggs,
Now
one
look
foot
at this is
placed
weirder
through the
than
lower
mine.
loop while holding the other in hand. By
Okay,
twisting the
yeah, look at
cords,
that.
we can make it so that pulling the handle will spin the eggs extremely quickly, first in one direction and then the other. The quick change in
pretty clever.
rotation is what breaks the yolk. After a minute or two, we're done. We can check to make sure the eggs have been successfully scrambled with a flashlight.
Oh, yeah.
This
look
is a
at that.
scrambled egg, and this one is not. Quite a difference. Spinning the eggs weakens the shell, so they need to be cooked at a lower than usual temperature to avoid
That's what-
cracking from heat.
You see, that's what
With
happened
water
to our
brought to
egg.
just below boiling, the eggs can be gently lowered in and left to cook for 12 to 15 minutes.
So longer, okay.
So that's what happened
How
to
did he
my.
know that? Oh, God.
These
I have
eggs
no
taste
idea.
excellent and have a texture similar to the white portion of a regular boiled egg. If you try this project, be sure to let me know in the comments. I read every one. You can check out my YouTube channel, Nighthawk in Light, for more. Thanks for watching.
Very
So-
interesting.
yeah, so the link for that is on my website.
That is very cool.
Yeah, so I mean, you're right. How did he know that? He must
No!
that the shell becomes weaker.
That's a good question.
yeah,
Or maybe
but
maybe there's some different thermodynamics with the white part of the egg. The yellow part, I don't know, or just it needs to be cooked at a lower temperature. That's very interesting.
But that explained because when I read how to boil an egg, it says make sure it's a rolling boil.
Yeah.
So basically, that's why that egg looked so bad when we took it out, because it was bouncing around in the pot in its weakened state,
Yeah.
I might add.
Exactly. Oh, wow. That is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, I'm wondering if that would be a neat little dish to have at a party. You have maybe like deviled eggs where the outside of the egg
Oh,
is,
that's it. That's kind of a
I'm wondering
fun
if it'd be
thing.
a fun little thing as a little flair on your eggs.
I mean, I doubt if I'm ever going to do this again.
Yeah.
But it was kind of fun, and I was kind of surprised that it got 4 out of 5.
I'm surprised it wouldn't fit a normal jumbo egg. That seems like a
I know.
feature that you.
I
don't
know.
know if I've ever bought a smaller egg in my entire life.
No,
for the jumbo.
that was a little bit weird. I mean, maybe it's possible that interior thing, which is silicone, had more flex than I gave it credit for. I mean, it obviously it didn't crack the egg. It was the pot that cracked the egg, but it sure felt like we were doing something terribly, like shoehorning this egg into that
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
But anyway, and that's like $20. So
Yeah, I think
not gonna-
I'm my a personal opinion too much.
Oh yeah, you're the Eggman.
Too
You're
much
the
work.
Eggman.
I would I would rather scramble eggs and maybe form them into an egg shape if that's really what I wanted.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
Too much work.
All right. Well, you're not getting this for Christmas.
No, I
Okay.
don't need it.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
And our final guy is mainly for kids. It is a Bluetooth speaker, which I shun, but this is kind of a unique way to use one. So let's watch our final video.
Dick DeBartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Okay, what the heck is that? Propeller? Small overhead fan? Weird salt shaker?
A drone!
We're doing, what the heck is it? All right, this is jam bands. Can you read that there? Jam bands. Jambanz. So what is this? Well, it's designed mainly for kids. You know, kids are out playing and they have their headphones on, and you want them to come in and you yell and they can't hear you because they have headphones on, and you worry that the headphones are going to get wires are going to get tangled in something. So this is their own personal wearable Bluetooth speaker. And it's one of those slap bracelets. Kids love slap bracelets. Do that, and it's on. And this is their own personal speaker, Bluetooth enabled, and voice prompts.
Jam bands on.
Okay, and then
Jam bands paired.
oh, that was fast. Okay, so it's Bluetooth. I had paired it to my phone, but it found my phone very quickly from yesterday. And now I'll just play a little music. So whatever you play on your phone, it's Bluetooth 4.0. Will come out the little Jam Band box. Here we go. Not bad.
It's a brand new day and a brand new
It has built-in volume.
Giz Wiz winning streak. 5 more gadgets,
Yep.
5 more shows. Gonna
No, you don't want to play it loud. You don't want to annoy your neighbors. But if you're playing it around in the yard, doing your homework, and you want to have a little bit of music, this is a fun way to do it. And the sound is not bad, considering it's a tiny little guy. You all come back now, and I'll be here. Okay. Jam bands, and what you want Jam Bands 2.0. Jam bands, the first version I believe was $29.95. This new version is a little bit more at $32.95. And what's different is the second version has a built-in microphone, so you can actually answer your phone through the Jam bands. So instead of yelling out at your kids, call them on the phone, call them on their wrist. Hey, get in here, clean your room. So that's Jam Bands, comes in a lot of colors, and look for it online. It's on Amazon, and it's in a lot of stores. Jam Bands, and they're at jambands.com. Built-in battery, comes with a little USB cable. You charge it up, and depending on how loud they're listening to it, it'll play for 2 to 4 hours, which is enough for one play period. Dick DeBartolo, Mads, Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Just slap that on. There you are. Bye.
That's neat. I like that, actually, because another cool feature is that if it's on your wrist and not over your ears, you could be able to hear things around you. So
That's what a lot of parents
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
You could even slap it on your bicycle handle or slap it on your backpack.
Yeah.
And
you
you
could
don't
hear
have to worry
traffic if you're on the bike, or you could hear your parents
Exactly.
yelling for you. And your
Exactly.
parents can also hear what you're listening to. So no
that's
more
interesting.
of those naughty podcasts or anything like
Are
that.
you listening to that Giz Wiz podcast? You shut that off.
Exactly. Those people, that's just trash. It's just crap. You don't listen to
They
them.
don't know, right there. They'll have you in the kitchen
Just scrambling eggs in no
eggs
time.
in the air.
I have it. You're going to be a doctor, not no scrambler. Yeah, exactly.
I felt bad for one lady going back to the egg thing. She said that her egg did crack in the thing, and somehow I guess she didn't close it all the way, and as she spun it, the egg spun out of between the. And she said it took about 2 hours to clean every surface in her kitchen.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
That's not so great. Not so great.
Not so great. Anyway, so that's jambands.com.
And how much were they again? I forget.
You want the new version. They're $32.99.
Perfect. Yep,
Yeah.
$32.99. The XLs even. Great Jam Bands. So
And now, yes, so we are depending on you and our Patreons to come up with a theme for Chad's Crapo Corner.
Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okay, so we asked the patrons what they wanted this month's theme to be, and they responded in droves. That it was it was not unanimous, but it was everybody pretty much was on the same path. I could have chosen Chad, or they could have chosen Chad's crappy Christmas gifts, party gadgets, or phone gadgets. And my crappy Christmas gifts definitely won with 68% of the vote. And 72
None of
votes.
them from your family is my guess.
No, definitely. I think my family was this 9. Party gifts, please. Show off some party gifts. I think that'd be great. So this whole month of January, I'll be showing off some of the gadgets that I got for Christmas. And my family did kind of pitch. They kind of knew. They really love the show Giz Wiz. Giz Wiz is one of their favorite shows because they can not only catch up a little bit on my life, but they get to be entertained and see gadgets. So they kind of knew, and they kind of threw me some things that would definitely be great for the Giz Wiz. And so to start off, this is just going to be kind of something that I'll be doing during the whole month. The Open It. Any package can be opened with the Open It. That is the product's name. This is a multi-tool. I think it has 5 different things inside of here.
Is it anything like this?
Oh my gosh! Yep, it is. You got it. Yours is orange. Mine is green.
Yeah.
Did you realize it? It says this on the back. I didn't know this. This is Women Know created this. It's all women, sort of like idea firm where they take ideas and build them out for women. So
well, it's very funny because while you were talking about it, I looked and I did this in 2010.
Yeah, wow. 5
So
years.
well, that's a credit to them that a product is still selling.
Yeah.
Either that or your mother bought it in 2010 and just put it in the drawer. And said, he's not old enough to have anything sharp.
The funny thing is with the Open It, this is actually quite difficult to open.
Well, you want to know something? I complained about that. and you sure that it's not scored on the back because they redid the packaging?
No, not this one.
Oh, okay, it's an early one.
It's not a blister pack, which I'm thankful for.
Yes.
It's made out of paper and with a plastic top. There we go. I got it open. So just to run you through all the different things that this has is that, and you have a whole bunch and you've had them over a long time, so you can give what works and what doesn't. They kind of look like shears. They are at an angle so that you can get around those hated blister packs.
They are great for blister packs.
I have one here, so we'll be sort of demonstrating it on this one, is that you can get around the edge without the back of the scissors being in the way. So you can sort of cut right here.
Yes, perfect.
And that's very, very nice. On one end, this is a blade, so you can cut open.
That is super useful.
There you go. You can cut open, things with just like a normal box cutter blade right here. Snap that back on there. Over here, you have a screwdriver. This, I believe, would be perfect for those stupid battery covers that include little screws to get off the battery cover.
Right.
I hate that.
Chad, is that double? Does that have 2 ends? Does the screwdriver come out with a slot?
It does. Look at that. There you go. So you have
slot
a
on the other end.
Yeah,
okay.
Flathead and Phillips. So that's there. And then what else does it do? Does it say? It says it snips it, it cuts it. Oh, I guess that's 2 different things. It unscrews it, it slices it, and it pops it? It's a bottle opener?
I could not find the bottle opener part. I saw that too.
Bottles. What?
I said maybe
right
you just
here,
cut the top off the bottle.
This kind of looks like a bottle opener right there.
Oh,
Open
you know
it.
what? Mine does not have that.
Okay.
Right. Now, this is what's going to break on it, Chad.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
That little, you see the little thing that holds it closed?
Yeah.
Right. For some reason, when it falls in the way, and when you go to snip something, it breaks it off.
Oh.
So I have 3 open its, and none of them.
So you're saying if this goes down and I close it, it's going to break that.
Right. Luckily, yours is being pushed out of the way. Maybe they redesigned it a little, but I broke off all 3 of them.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, but it's worth it, and they're They used to be 10 or 12 bucks. I'm not sure what they sell for now.
Yeah, when I found it on Amazon, this is the green version that I have. It was $10.55, so pretty inexpensive there for the.
Oh, and it's Prime.
And it's Prime 1 day if you're in an area with 1 day shipping. Yeah, absolutely.
No, they're very good. They're that offset head is excellent for cutting blister packs.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, to actually get into the gadget that I'm going to be showing off, hey, we just had a fantastic holiday, New Year's, and a lot of people open up bottles of champagne for New Year's, and champagne is one of those drinks that once you open it, you kind of have to consume it immediately, otherwise you know, it's just sitting around and it's bubble. It's kind of like a can of soda. And so this is a
what?
This is a product.
No, Dennis brought down the open champagne from last New Year's.
Oh,
and
did he?
He said, "Oh, Dick, champagne never ever goes bad."
Exactly.
But he had a sponge in it with a cork.
Oh,
so maybe
you know, yeah. I hear that also if you put a twig in there, it's home remedy.
There was a twig in it.
A twig and a sponge, yeah.
Twig, a sponge, and a dog bone.
Yeah, exactly. It's a home remedy. Keeps it fresh.
It's great.
This is something that my mother gave me for Christmas. It is from Wine Enthusiast, and it is a champagne recorker. And it looks invisible because I actually used it on New Year's. So
I see. Okay.
So I have it actually on the top of my champagne bottle. And doesn't that look slick? Doesn't that look nice?
It looks really neat.
Yeah, it really does. And so here I'll open it up. Let's see if we can hear if it kept its freshness.
Oh,
look at that! It smells like champagne. So the idea of this product is very simple. That the top of this is rubber, and then it depresses in. It has a what is that? A spring to keep the seal on top of the champagne bottle. And then these little wings right here will clamp around the edge of the champagne neck, where right here, where normally there is the wire and the cap on top of the cork that comes with it, because otherwise the cork would explode off. So almost all champagne bottles have this lip for this to grab onto. So all you do is set the corker right on top, you push down, and then you pull the sides, and then you let go. And now it is attached to the top of the champagne bottle, and that keeps a nice seal. The whole rubber seal, is pretty good.
Can you pour some in a glass?
Yeah.
So that we can see if there's bubbles?
Let me see if I have a glass.
Oh, I should have asked ahead of time.
Get a glass. Here, I could quickly drink this bottle of water.
Who said we don't rehearse this show? Who said we don't have prop men
exactly.
standing by?
So, it's going to be a little bit weird, but...
That's okay. Oh, okay. Look at that.
You can see all the bubbles in there.
Okay. I'm going to buy that too.
Yeah, look at that. So you can see all the champagne bubbles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it really has worked.
I'm buying that.
This is currently the 3rd. And we did that show on New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
So it's held for 3 days so far. It's not gonna.
Chad, is it only for champagne bottles?
Yeah, because of the locking mechanism.
That locking. Yeah. Okay.
It locks around the neck. I mean, maybe there might be a few beer bottles, like very fancy beer bottles that have that same neck, but it's really made for champagne.
I think that's great.
Now, I didn't find this exact brand, the Wine Enthusiast Champagne Recorker brand, but I found it on Amazon for very inexpensive. This is one for $4.
Oh, my.
Yeah, and then if you want to get a set of 2, you could do that for $5. So.
Oh, I'm getting it.
Yeah, so there's a.
Oh, and Wino brand, that's the best.
Yeah, wine. That is actually a brand name, the Wine Co. So yeah, I thought this is a really nice little gadget. Comes in a blister pack, so use your open it to open it. But I really liked it, and it keeps your champagne fresh. Which is kind of because I actually do a show on Fridays called Fancy Fridays. We happen to have champagne a lot because it's a fancy drink, and I don't I don't drink a bottle every Friday. So I'm actually going to use this quite a lot. So I'm very excited about it. And so that is the champagne recorker, which you can get for very inexpensive. And then also the Open It for my crappy corner. So this is a tiny bit crappy because of the little things that break.
Yeah, but it works well. You're going to be happy with it.
Yeah, I'm excited. So with that, let's jump into Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn. What do you got for us this week?
And our video of the week is from Tommy from Brighton, Illinois. And here is his viewer video.
What's that? Oh, you could have warned me. Hi, Dick and Chad. My name's Tommy. I live in Brighton, Illinois, and I've actually done one of these videos before. I think I'm violating the rules. I think you're only
one per
once.
viewer.
So if you don't show my video, I understand. But my gadget, what is it? Well, I had this gadget literally in the garbage bin. I was ready to roll it out to the curb with the other trash, but I couldn't do it. What is it? Look at this. This here is the Creative Modem Blaster V.92 serial modem. That's right, high performance, an external modem with complete V92 support. 2002, I bought this baby. Got all kinds of cool features, super fast connection. Look at that, it comes with an America Online CD, because God knows we didn't get enough of those in the mail back then, right? Every other day you got another America Online CD in the mail. And they recommend you get a Creative Webcam Pro to go along with it. I don't think I did that.
Because the internet will be faster.
So let's look at it. Here it is. Here's the modem. What else did it come with? Well, it came with one of these handy-dandy phone cables. These seemed to come with so many gadgets back then. I never even untied this one, apparently. And here's the cable that you use to connect to the back of the modem here. This is a serial cable.
Oh my
Look at this, kids. Let Daddy show you a serial cable. Okay, so this plugs into the back of the modem. On the other end, you got a female serial connector that plugs into your computer. And look at this, in case you didn't have a serial connector, a parallel connector. Remember these?
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's like half the size of my head.
2002, that was still being used?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay. Oh, and it came with the owner's manual, like little quick start guide things, CD with the drivers or whatever nonsense you needed, and then here it is. Here's the modem. Let's see if it works. Let's turn it on. Oh, look at that. Lights come on. I guess that means something. I'm sorry, I can't make it, like make the sounds of the dialing and the connection and the beeps and all that stuff. I don't have a computer to connect it to, so anyway, there's that. But I still have this thing for some reason. Now you might say, why in the world in 2002 were you still using dial-up?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why. I don't live in the middle of nowhere. I live past the middle of nowhere. I have to drive 10 miles to get to nowhere. Our internet service here is like, don't get me started. So I don't have to use that anymore. I got some weird wireless thing, but I did use that for a few years, and it served me well, I gotta say. All right, that's about it. I love Giz Wiz. I'm gonna go watch some old episodes and stuff. So take care, and I'll see you. Bye-bye.
That is fantastic.
Is it still on?
It
is, isn't it? I look like a complete...
It's very funny.
That is very funny. That was great.
He's very, yeah.
Wow, 2002 still has a serial connector on the back of it. Oh my gosh. And then it also
Tommy,
Creative.
yeah.
What's funny is Creative I always think of as the sound company. They made sound, like to me, I think of Creative, they made sound cards and sound, like Creative, they had a MP3 player.
Oh, Creative has my favorite. We've switched now to a Galaxy 6 to shoot videos. But for years, I used the Creative Vado little camcorder that I absolutely loved. It's tiny.
Oh, yeah,
and
I actually used that too.
Did you? Yeah,
Yes.
they came out with like 4 or 5 versions of it. I'm looking.
Yeah. I remember that actually. I used that for a long time.
I'm going to grab it 1 sec.
It was they had come out with a whole bunch of flip cameras and stuff, but I liked that this one would shoot in 1080p. Oh my god. Oh, this video. Okay, you can stop now. Yeah, this is
the third gen there, and there it is.
That is so funny. Man, from a creative company.
And then for some reason they just gave up on it.
I really wonder. I mean, I basically they are synonymous with the 90s electronics things. I wonder what they're doing nowadays.
You know, I don't
Bluetooth
know.
speakers and headphones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gaming headsets, speakers, headphones, accessories, and some software. They're doesn't look like they're quite in the same space as they once were.
Yeah, it used to. No,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
Yeah. Man, that is crazy though. Dial-up modem. Yeah, there it is. Oh, is that the one
There's
you
my-
have too? Oh, wow.
That's the Vado, and I used it for years at Twit
That is great.
because it takes an external microphone, which most cameras this little did not do.
Yeah. And I had one of the very first generation ones, and I liked it because it would do 1080p when at the time everything else was doing 720. And I like the higher definition. And I also like the form factor of it being, the flip camera had come out and it wouldn't do some things. I think it was 4x3 and the Vado was 16x9, I think. So yeah, Creative Lab.
And this has a replaceable battery, and it has the fold out USB.
Yeah.
So it's totally self-contained, built-in speaker. I mean, it's very clever,
Very clever, yeah. Well, great video. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. And before we forget, Tommy, there is a $5,000 fine for submitting a video twice.
Yes.
But since it's still kind of the new year, we'll forgive you this time.
Yeah.
And it'll be $10,000 if you submit a third one. No, I like your offhanded delivery. It's very funny. So you can deliver. We'll give you one more freebie. And we'll even send you a Mad Magazine. No more Alfred E. Newman photo because you got one the first time. But we're looking for more videos. So if you have a piece of gadget like Tommy that you just for some reason can't throw out, make a little video. His was perfect length, like 2.5 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes is what we like. And just put it on YouTube and send us the link. And that goes to Giz Wiz. It goes to mail at gizwiz.tv. Mail at gizwiz.tv. And it can be, I bought a piece of crap. I got a great Christmas gift. You can make a video of something you got that you love. Or my favorite gadget of all time. Or like Tommy did, something that is way old, but you can't part with. And send us a video. We'd love to show it. And if we do, you get a Mad Magazine and one of those 35-plus-year-old Alfred E. Newman pictures. Mail at Giz Wiz TV.
And with that, let's jump into the letter.
Here come your letters, your lovely letters. Here come your letters, your lovely Giz Wiz letters. Your Giz Wiz letters now.
Woo!
And our letter is from Tim Hopkins. The subject is hiding license plates. And Tim says, I get behind on the show sometimes, but I saw the hiding license plate site, and I have a thought to contribute. I've seen this application used at car shows before. Either the license plate can be lowered or hidden or just covered up, so there are cleaner lines during the show. Here's an example of one that I saw this past summer. Notice that the license plate has been lowered and hidden under the vehicle.
That
Love
makes
the show.
so much
Isn't that neat?
sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That really
And that
does
is
finally
from-
make sense.
patron
Ooh.
Tim Hopkins.
Thank you,
That
Tim.
is some neat looking car, isn't
I
it?
know. I know.
Oh, look at a real steel in the back window.
Look at that.
So, I've never owned a car. So are cars today fiberglass mostly? Or are they still steel?
Mostly fiberglass or plastic or
Oh, plastic.
yeah,
okay.
not or
Tin foil.
aluminum even. I'm not joking. Or carbon fiber.
Or carbon paper.
And carbon paper or just paper.
Just paper.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I knew that there would probably be some sort of application for it, but I could not think of it during that show that we showed off the license plate hiders. I was like,
Yeah. Yes, I know. I know.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So cool, yeah. And then
Tim, thank you
really
for
great.
that.
And with that, hey, if you want to watch the show, make sure you do so live at gizwiz.tv. That is a place where you can see the show and subscribe. But before you go anywhere, before we end this show, I'm excited because we're going to get to
Yes.
figure out what
Now-
the heck was it?
Before we look, because I have the answer up there, did you
Right.
have any idea what it was?
No.
It was a gadget with 6 big holes in it.
It had holes, and it looked like there was rubber sort of insulating the holes, and they were on a track. So the only thing that I could think of was that it was obviously for holding something that you might loop something on.
That's
But it
pretty
didn't.
good.
The holes weren't like really sized for fingers, so I couldn't think that it was like some sort of exercise machine or. It was very confusing. I still don't know.
Okay,
exactly
well now
what it was.
go there and you will see a picture of it in operation.
Okay. No, that's the new. What the
That's
heck
the
is
new
it?
one, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you mount it on a wall and then you squeeze the circles together and drop a mop or a broom through it. And when the circles pop open,
they hold it to the wall.
the rubber gasket that you mentioned holds it in place.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I could not figure
Yeah.
that one out.
6 people were close enough. By the way, it's on sale at Walmart if you're interested. They're $8. But we give more mads away for crazy answers. The most given answer, more than 50 people, some sort of way to carry beer. Or
Yeah.
beer cans. Okay.
Yeah, because it looked like it was 6, so it looked like a 6-pack.
Right, but
yeah.
but then we like the fun ones like I think it's a do-it-yourself Olympic ring set, an ice cream waffle cone carrier.
Yeah.
It could be that, an udder holder for milking cows, octopus handcuffs.
Oh, that's very funny.
Right, designed by someone who can't count. Although that one had 8, and a Chinese finger trap for crowds.
For crowds.
For crowds.
I like
So
it.
lots of people could put. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. And there's the new January-February game is up there now.
Oh gosh. This is obviously a submarine for mice. Quite obviously. So
Wow, that's a
sorry
great
to give that
answer.
one away, but yeah,
Great answer.
submarine for mice. So hey, there are 12 Mad magazines for correct answers if you know what this product is, and 24 double the Mad magazines for for hilarious, funny, ridiculous, clever, and cute answers. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. This is also the best place to find all of the show notes, all the products that we talked about in detail with links to the videos and Amazon pages as well. We do offer that at gizwiz.tv. We offer links back to each of these, and you can also see the show happening live over at gizwiz.tv. Join the chat room at gizwiz.tv. There we go. Subscribe on iTunes, RSS, either audio, HD, or SD, and on YouTube as well. If you want to support the show, if you like supporting independent content, well, big thanks to you. You can support us over at patreon.com. We love our patrons, and the support that we get from our patrons really helps to make the show move forward. So thank you so much to everyone who is supporting the show. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for your support.
We would not be here in 2016 if it wasn't for them.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And there's a link to that on our website as well, or patreon.com/GizWiz. There's also a link to a one-time PayPal donation if you want to support the show that way. With that, I think we're about done for the first and best show of 2016. Darn it.
2016.
2016.
And next week we're back to Thursday, right?
Next week we will be back to Thursday for the foreseeable future, which will be great. And we'll have great CES gadgets as well.
Yep.
So with that, we will see you on the next episode.
I'll be here.